Hello and welcome. Get ready to hear what I learned creating hundreds of high quality designs for corporate events and trade shows in less than 30 days. Who will benefit from this training? Corporate event planners, trade show managers, and even conference organizers. They're all overseeing logistics, entertainment, fabrication, catering, presentations, breakout sessions, social engagement, and the marketing lead up and even following the events. So who's this gal talking to you? Maybe you've been following me on social media for a while, or maybe this is your first time seeing my face and you're wondering, can I trust her? In about 2 minutes, I'm going to give you a snapshot of my life, who I am, and how I ended up here. So this should be a pretty interesting video. It's going to be really critical for you to know a little bit about me before finding out how I created over 100 high quality designs in less than 30 days. Because, I'm not 80 years old. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm a younger woman, so you might have some questions. I'm open-minded, very direct, transparent. I love learning. I love creating something out of nothing, and I'm also fun. I love to laugh and I make jokes, and I'm a little strange. I put salt in my red wine, I eat peanut butter with a spoon, and as you can see, sometimes I sit outside barefoot. So things might get a little wild around here as the presentation goes on. Buckle up and get ready. Life was good in Jamaica. That's where I was born and raised. I did not want to leave, not really. I had a loving family that provided a great life for me, and I went to one of the most coveted all-girls high schools in the island. Did all the shenanigans with my friends. Nonetheless, I moved to America, went to college, and did all the things. I went to the football games, joined a sorority and became chapter president, became an elected member of student government, and was the event coordinator for the Business and Professional Women's Scholarship House, where I lived for about $100 a month as a scholarship recipient. Much to my mother's distress, I majored in art. The running joke with her is that she sent her child to private school her whole life so she could go to college and learn to draw. The nuances of design, photography, or drawing as a primary part of formal education was lost on her. Like any other Caribbean parent, if it wasn't law, medicine, or engineering, it was pointless to her. Thankfully, she lived long enough to get over it about, 12 years later. To help my mother manage her distress, because the values of formal education were ingrained in me, I went back to college and got my master's degree in media design. I joined the workforce and helped build brands like HBO Game of Thrones, True Blood, Clear Channel Media Group, Micromatic, Sheridan, Coachella Music Festival, Under Armour, Harry Belafonte, Sankofa, Open English, Incom, New Point Media, to name a few. But I struggled. I struggled to keep a full-time gig for more than 2 years at a time. Not because my bosses didn't love me or because I didn't do a kick-ass job for these companies. It was just the nature of the marketing industry. Who truly needed an expensive in-house team when they could outsource to agencies on demand without having to deal with HR issues? That's when it clicked for me. I needed to be the agency they outsourced to and not the employee that got laid off. During that stage of discovery, I encountered all kinds of struggles as a solopreneur, including people wanting me to work for peanuts or this thing they call exposure. As you can see, I was so upset I even made a YouTube video all about it. Like seriously, exposure? What the hell is that? Can I use that to pay the check when the waiter brings the bill? This video led me to the Graphic Artists Guild. A mentor of mine watched it and said, if this is really how you feel, you need to check them out. After joining the Graphic Artists Guild, I quickly found my way into leadership and am now seen by the membership and the design community at large as a thought leader in brand development, design, and business. I've learned so much from this organization, from industry pricing and strategies to formulating win-win contracts. I am now the newly elected member of the National executive leadership as the treasurer. Can you imagine? They trust me with their money too. As a leader in the Graphic Artist Guild, I have advocated for other creatives just like myself with local and national leadership. That's Senator John Kennedy showing your girl a little sneaker appreciation. Those sneakers rocked the halls of Capitol Hill and confused the leaders so much, we got our bill passed in the Senate Judiciary Committee with no audible opposition. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it was our sound argument about protecting hardworking creatives and small business owners like myself that came with even more recognition of my work in the industry as a whole. All kinds of people started giving me my flowers, like the United States Department of Labor, who recognizes me as an expert in brand development and design. As you can tell, this didn't happen overnight. I didn't always get it right, but I learned and passed on what I learned to my client. When I get better, so do they. Anyway, that's a little bit about me, my background story, and how I continue to grow as a professional and help my clients grow their businesses. I didn't get here by being too busy to provide high quality designs on time and within budget. Meet Lara. Lara is the owner of Optimum Design and Consulting. When she came to us, Optimum landed their largest project ever by a factor of 5 to promote about 150 events for Tribune Publishing over just 9 months. Each event needed a landing page, a slew of social media graphics, a whole bunch of advertising. There were digital ads, print ads, even billboard ads. Every ad was in a multitude of sizes, and of course, there was also signage for every event. Lara knew immediately that her team needed help to make this project a great experience for their client. Lara reached out to YKMD. Fast forward to now, Optima was able to present their client with what ended up being several hundred pieces of content every day for months on end. Optimum didn't have time to train new people or get them up to speed. YKMD was able to step into their projects and provide solutions with very little oversight. Now, as Lara herself would say, YKMD produced quality work at a very high rate. And I mean, that's a pretty big deal for me. Imagine someone who is essentially my peer, a design agency owner of 30 years, saying that we do an amazing job. That's pretty cool. Meet Leon. Leon is a digital marketing agency owner. Before he came to us, Leon hired unreliable freelance designers. This led to missed deadlines and losing clients. When that happened, he started learning Photoshop and using online tools to make assets. That led to a lot of frustration and burnout for his team. Imagine in-house staff spending up to 20 plus hours per week creating assets, instead of working on client strategy and acquisition. Fast forward to now, these are the kinds of designs that Leon and his team find in their communication channel and are able to use to launch advertising campaigns for their clients. And this is what they say about them when they get them. They're super excited. Even their operations manager writes paragraphs when she gets things back. These are the kinds of messages we love to see and are accustomed to seeing. Leon is now able to get his creative done by reliable designers while securing more clients without experiencing constant burnout. Now, you might be wondering, this sounds great and all, but does it work for other businesses? Does it work for events? All kinds of events? These are some of the other customers that would rave about their experience with YKMD and would tell you the same thing if you were to call them today. With that in mind, let me introduce you to the system that gets business owners these kinds of results. 3 steps to creating hundreds of high-quality designs. 1. Use qualified graphic designers. 2. Implement a design review and vetting process. 3. Have proper project management. Step 1. Use qualified graphic designers. You have in-house staff spending 20 hours per week creating marketing visuals. You're frustrated by the days and times lost to design that should be spent on client strategy and acquisition. Using qualified graphic designers to create high-quality marketing assets effectively free up time to focus on client acquisition and strategies. That means more money and freedom for you and your team. While a picture may be worth 1,000 words, graphic design can be worth thousands of dollars to any business, and it's even more true for events. Autodesk's Tom Wojcik gave a TED Talk about how good design clarifies complex ideas and makes us remember them. It takes training and talent to create designs that do this, not jamming extra hours into the tail end of an already exhausting workday. Cheap graphics tell your audience that your brand is cheap. In a recent Harvard Business Review article, Dan Pallotta, president of Advertising for Humanity, explains that all aspects of business communication need to stand out from the crowd, while also delivering one specific message you want the public to remember. Step number 2, implement design, review, and vetting process. Sending files to the printer only to find out it's the wrong color code or something important is getting cut off. Has this ever happened to you? What about this? Uploading design files to a platform only to find out it doesn't fit how it's meant to. Oy. Using an art director to review your graphic designer's work will ensure it meets project expectations. Never have to triple check designs again before production or publication. The top entrepreneurs in the world leverage what is called OPT, other people's time. An article written by the US Census Bureau talks about the big difference between non-employer businesses and employer businesses. So people who leverage other people's time to get things done. A non-employer makes $47,000 per year. An employer makes nearly $6 million per year. Would you rather be the employer company who leverages other people's time? Yeah, me too. Then the New York Times talks about what you need to do to be happy. Buy more takeout, hire a maid, etc. What they're actually talking about is hiring people to do the things you don't specialize in, you don't want to do, or you just don't have time to do, so you can be more productive doing what's actually important, what you actually love. Focus on client strategy and acquisition. Focus on logistics. You want to focus on what you're actually good at. You want time to volunteer and spend with your family and friends, not trying to fuddle around learning Photoshop. Step number 3, use clear project management timelines. Right now, you're hiring unreliable freelancers. Missed deadlines and angry clients, that turns those into lost clients. Designers want to focus on creating. That can mean they lose track of important dates. Use a project manager to monitor your graphic designer's progress on project timelines and notify you along the way. Never miss a deadline or get ghosted by designers again. Work gets completed on time with clear client communication. Our friends at Asana talk about how project management improves team collaboration, eliminates confusion, and increases efficiency. If you use qualified graphic designers supervised by senior level design managers guided by detailed project management timelines, you will get 100 high quality designs in 30 days without wasting time learning software and missing deadlines. So here are your options. You could spend 30 plus hours interviewing and training, if you know how, $4,000 per month for a graphic designer salary, $8,000 per month for an art director salary, and $7,000 per month for a project manager's salary. If you don't believe me, the US Bureau of Labor Statistics report the median pay for a graphic designer is $53,380 per year. The International Project Management Professional Organization published the median pay for a project manager in the United States as $116,000 per year. Salary.com, the median pay for an art director in one region is $101,607 per year. I mean, 20 plus hours per week wasted learning how to review design files, specifications, and content, and $50 per month on learning platforms, right? That's in addition to all the other things I already mentioned. Here's a screenshot from some Photoshop courses on LinkedIn Learning right now. The average length of time to learn one program is 15 hours. And I mean, look at that. There's one for 18 hours. That does not include the time it takes to actually get used to using the software or learning the shortcuts. That still won't make you a professional. And I mean, this is just Photoshop. There's so many other tools that designers have to use to come up with the best solutions for you. If you don't like these options, I mean, you could work with me or my team and get these results for 1/10 of the price. So what is the price? We want people who are invested in getting results. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and thousands of hours to create our proven system. Who is the system for? Virtual or in-person event creators working with corporate brands, virtual or in-person event creators with 5+ events per year, event creators that need a constant stream of time-efficient promotion and designs, event creators who are ready to get results now, because time is of the essence. If that sounds like you, then book a call to speak with our team now. Due to custom project plans and availability in our calendars, we will only be taking so many calls at a time. So take action now. Click the button below, to the left, to the right, somewhere around here, and apply to work with our team. Although the advice we give will be serious, we won't be trying to hard sell you or intimidate you. We'll be listening to you explain your current situation, give real actionable advice, and if it makes sense, tell you how all those people you saw with success first started working with us.